It's tea time with the ProNoun, the fastest moving golf show on the planet. Get the latest in local and national golf news with guests from around the world and around Central New York. Now it's tea time with the ProNoun, sponsored by CH Insurance on News Radio 570 WSYR on 106.9 FM and live everywhere on iHeartRadio.
It is Super Bowl weekend. I wonder who's going to be watching. Now, how many people are going to be watching the Super Bowl this weekend? Let me see. Well, at least a couple million. But I'm going to ask the professor. He knows everything. He knows everything about golf, and he goes to school. He probably has more degrees than anybody else in Central New York. If you're a professional, a Central New York PGA golf professional, we call him the professor. But he is Mr. Jack Conger. Good morning, Jack. How are you?
Good, Perry. I'm great. Great weekend to watch football and golf.
Yeah. Now, how many people you think will be watching this game? I mean, the numbers are off the charts, you know. There are hundreds of millions of people.
There are going to be a lot of people. And New England sure makes it happen for us.
Yeah. So you're in New England?
Yes. Yeah, my father was from Worcester, and he was a big New England fan.
All right. And how about Heather? Where's she going?
Heather, I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't asked her that.
Oh, you haven't asked her yet?
No.
Well, we're trying to figure out where we're going to have some big party. Can we come over to your house?
Sure. Come on over. Be a lot of fun.
Hey, listen, we have one of our sponsors on the air right now, Jack. I'm proud to have her as a sponsor. She has changed my life. I can guarantee you that. And I was reluctant at first. I'm no longer reluctant. So our first sponsor of the day, who is going to be on, our first guest, is Dr. Holly Noun. Good morning, Dr. Noun.
Good morning, and go Pats.
Oh, there you are. Another patter. But that's because Dr. Noun went to Springfield College.
Well,
and where did you get your doctorate, Dr. Noun?
At UMass Amherst.
Oh, at UMass. Yeah, UMass. Okay. So, listen.
Yep.
I know now that Bemer is finally getting it because they came out with a golf flyer, didn't they?
Yep, they sure did.
Okay, now tell us what's in that golf flyer, and that's being sent out all over the world now, I'm sure, because more and more golfers are using Bemer. And we don't want to name drop. You know, I don't want to name drop because I don't want to get. I know they aren't exactly. Well, they used Bemer. But it's not exactly a professional relationship with advertising. So, but tell us about this. What is the purpose of this flyer that they're sending out there now?
Well, the neat thing about the flyer, and Jack actually has some of the flyers.
Yes.
Oh, you
do? Where he does his lessons.
Yeah,
the neat
Holly
thing about the flyer.
Yeah, great flyer. I put it right on my counter where everybody sits down. We talk about their swing, and they see it, and there's more and more interest every day about it.
It's really interesting because what the flyer does is it highlights the ways in which Bemer accentuates performance in golf and recovery.
Oh,
and that's what makes it relevant for the folks, especially when they're coming in to take their lessons with Jack, and that kind of Bemer putting out a golf-specific flyer helps to make it relevant to the golfers, because sometimes it's hard to make the connections on your own. So it really highlights the performance pieces and the recovery pieces, and both you and Jack know there's nothing more valuable than the recovery piece, because it helps you to do more, and you both know the value of especially practice for golf. Yeah. It is a complex movement.
It's very true, because when you put people to get them to turn, Holly, more efficiently, they feel it in the sides, in their back, which I've never felt that before. So you're making a move because you are bent over at the waist, so you have a 45-degree angle, and then you're also tilting to the right, and then you're turning. So that's different in both directions, and the downswing being a faster speed from the top of the swing to the impact's a quarter of a second, you are using muscles you don't normally use at a high rate. So this is perfect in what golfers need.
Well,
Yeah,
performance.
absolutely.
Yeah, performance and recovery. I mean,
Yeah.
do you have to deal with that every single day with your students?
Yeah.
So, listen, I've got a little segment that that I do when I go. I call it on the road with the pronoun. Whether it's at a golf course, whether it's at a tournament, or if I get a chance to interview somebody, I do. But guess who else is my partner now when I go on the road, Doctor? I bring Bemer. I have a little orange suitcase. Jack, mine is orange.
Oh, wow.
It's a big, yes, it's an orange suitcase.
I love it.
I'm not leaving home without it. I guarantee you I'm not. So when I get to the plane, I'm allowed to bring this suitcase, which is, by the way, a normal size suitcase.
Right.
There are no rollers on it,
Uh-huh.
but I pick it up and I walk in and it's orange. And then at the ticket counter, they put a little strip of tape. They attach it.
Uh-huh.
And they know that it's a medical device. And you don't have to pay for it.
How about that?
Yes, so you save an extra $40 by bringing it on, and I have to put it up in the. It just fits, by the way. It just fits. Now Bemer must have known that, right, Hal?
You think when you put the Germans and the Swiss together, they don't leave any details out.
No.
No.
The Germans
And I
are
will
very,
say-
very smart.
Yes, and think about how difficult travel can be, especially when you fold yourself up in the airplane. Pull that Bemer out on the airplane.
You know what?
I've flown and used the B pad and the airplane and had lots of conversations with folks.
Come on, you've used
That thing you got.
you've used the pad on the plane?
Absolutely.
Why didn't I do that? I've never done that. I've just left it up there. Oh my! I should have done it.
Great idea to pull it out on the plane.
I'm going to do
Think
it.
about it. It helps with circulation.
Of course.
Yes. It's
Well,
a great idea.
when I got down there, every day, every morning, bingo, I'm on Bemer. During the day, if when I get a chance, if I go back to the motel room, bingo, I'm on the little pad with my feet. I put my feet on there, and then and if I'm in the rented car, I put the pad on the back of the seat, right at my lower back, and then for sure after not so much after, but I should. I do it early evening. I get on the Bemer again early evening for my back, but I should do it like right after a practice or I play.
After you play a little
And
bit.
by the way,
Yes.
you do know that Mr. Conger and his lovely wife Heather and I played. Well, we were in the sort of like a little fivesome, which we shouldn't
Yeah.
have been in. Because,
It worked out.
I mean, it worked out. We played. They called it Winter Park Golf Club.
Yeah, Winter Park 9. It's considered a short course. It's rated the top 5th short course in America. It was a real pleasure. It was 76 degrees on that
Yeah,
Thursday.
It was something.
And the wind wasn't blowing. We had a nice couple we met up with that they paired us with, and your dad joined us. And I think we played the last 4 or 5 holes.
Yeah.
And it was real special because it's right in the middle of Winter Park, the town. And if anybody's heard of Winter Park, they've heard about this golf course. It's very famous, and I can't wait to go back there next year and play. But it was just an honor to play this 9 holes. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, you know why?
Beautiful.
Listen to this, Hal. Babe Dietrichson Zaharias, who was one of the original founders of the LPGA Tour, and arguably, in my humble opinion, the greatest female athlete of all time, perhaps the greatest athlete, male or female, of all time, because of her accomplishments at the Winter Olympics, professional baseball, professional basketball, professional golf. She did all of that,
Yes.
and she passed away. And she passed away in her early 40s, for heaven's sakes. But she played there with Ben Hogan, Sam Snead, and Dan Reagan, I believe was his name.
Yes.
The pro who was there in the 40s. And then in the 50s, Ben Hogan, Sam Snead, and Dan Reagan played several more exhibitions during the 50s. But anyway, looks like we got the segment coming up, Dr. Noun. Thank you very much. Bemer, look for the Bemer Golf Flyer at Jack Conger's place there at the Links at Erie Village, folks. And by the way, quickly, tell the folks how you're doing with your little challenge, for
the
for the
swing
Hope
evaluation.
program, for the veterans.
The Hope Foundation
Yes.
for the CNY PGA. Right now, I'm at $740.
Yes.
Wow.
My goal was 1,000, so now I've changed my goal. It's going to be over that, and I've got just about another 4 weeks to go. So it's exciting. People are really wrapping their arms around this foundation, and I think I've started something that maybe can go bigger than just Central New York. But we got to start somewhere, and I'm proud to be involved in it. And
Yes.
I look forward to another 4 weeks.
And I was the first. I was your
Congratulations,
first
Jack.
student.
You were the
I
first
was the
one.
first student. Listen, we got to go, Doc. Thank you very much. I love you,
Have
Holly.
a great show.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Nick, we're coming right back. News Radio 570 WSYR. Yeah, that sounds like it's cold. Yeah, that's cold. It's cold in Syracuse, and it was 1 degree when I left this morning, and it was 5 for you by
Yes.
the time you got here.
When I got here, it was 1.
I didn't feel it. So it's 5 degrees here, and our next guest, it's about 10 degrees, isn't it? Our next guest is somebody who still hasn't forgiven me for not seeing him at the PGA show, Mr. Conger.
Well, I think he might have forgiven you by now. Trey's a good man.
I hope so, because I feel like taking a cliff, jumping off a cliff. But he was in the apparel section this time at the Under Armour booth, which was the largest booth at the show, I understand. But it's usually on the main floor. Good morning, our CNY PGA Golf Hall of Famer, former president, and hit the longest golf ball I've ever seen hit in my life, Jack. It was many years ago, but I couldn't believe where he hit it.
He's talented.
Yes, he is. He's left-handed, by the way. Mr. Trey Walewski, good morning. Is it 10 degrees there?
No, it's actually it's going to be nice. It's going to be in the mid-60s today. Starting next week, though, it's going to be in the 70s and 80s for the rest of the winter. So,
oh my God.
It's
Dear.
beautiful down here. We played an event yesterday, and it was in the mid to low 60s. So it was tolerable. It was pretty windy though, but it was fun to play. I mean, the weather didn't bother us New Yorkers very much.
No, it does. So in the mornings, it's usually in the 30s or 40s, and then it jumps right up by the time you get to 1 or 2, right?
Yep.
Okay, Trey, Super Bowl, who's it going to be?
Well, I'm going with Seattle just because I can't stand New England. So
Wait. You can't stand who?
New England. I don't like New England.
Not even when Brady played?
I respect Tom Brady. I don't like the team.
Oh.
Just like I respect Larry Bird, and I hated the Celtics.
Oh,
You know,
holy cow! That I didn't know. Well,
I'm a Buffalo Bill fan, so we're not going to be rooting for the Patriots anytime soon. So.
All right. Okay. All right. So the we didn't thoroughly discuss the show, and I would.
Mean how you skipped coming to see me?
Oh. See, I told you, Jack. I told you. I feel sick about it.
Trey, cut him some slack. He's feeling awful bad about this.
There's going to be no slack, Jack. I am never going to let him let this down.
Oh no!
I'm telling you, I know it.
I'm one of his main guys. And Under Armour should have been his first stop, not his.
Under Armour should have been my first stop
on Friday stop.
And I ended up going to Winter Park. And I was only I told you I lost the keys to the car.
No,
I was heading back. I lost the keys to the car. I had to get another rental car.
Oh boy!
By the time I got back, there was nobody at the show.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's on Friday. Nobody's at the show on Friday.
No, Thursday. I did get back on.
We played Thursday. He played great, even though he didn't see you. He played really good.
Oh, thanks, Jack. Thanks, Jack. He doesn't care, Jack. He doesn't care, Jack. He doesn't care.
Did the show start on Wednesday?
Wednesday was a zoo.
Yeah. No. Wednesday. It's my fault. I should have gone to him first.
Exactly.
Well, I think he's going to bring a tent next year and camp out right at your booth for the whole day.
He might not be welcome next year.
I told you, Jack.
Oh, my God.
He won't ever let me forget this.
I hope he lets you back in Weedsport.
25 years. He won't. I'm no longer an automatic member. I got to earn my way back.
His lifetime membership is with the review board right now. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, you're the first person that's been barred out of Weedsport in the history of Weedsport.
Well, no, we actually have a couple people barred from Meadowbrook, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah, because there's a one-man committee.
Oh my God,
No,
Trey!
my wife is the one-woman committee. I don't have any decisions.
Trey, tell us about the show. What was the most impressive thing that happened to you that week or those 3 days?
I'm telling you, just the amounts of people to see it. It was like the early 2000s,
Yes.
back in the day, Jack. It was so exciting. Yep. It really solidified that golf is back.
Yeah.
Golf is back, and golf is bigger than ever.
Oh.
And those courses that could have weathered the storm, a couple of years before COVID when things were really bad. I had to invest money just to keep the place going. Now we'll reap the benefits. And COVID was an awful thing for the world, but for golf, it was the greatest thing that ever happened.
Yeah.
And I don't have any openings for leagues, outings. Our daily play is just packed every day, and it's not just me. I mean, sure you see it over at the Village and everywhere else. I mean, golf is back. I mean, more lessons for all the you teachers, and more play, and selling more beer, and I mean, it's just more equipment. It's just so exciting, and to have the shows, actually that many people at the show caring again was really, really exciting.
Yeah, there was another factor. Golf was outside, and for 3 or 4 consecutive weeks, I bombarded our governor for closing the public the state courses. What a stupid move that was! But
she's not the brightest.
I know, but here's what the difference is: the number of people who have a golf club in their hand off course is incredible. The indoor facilities, the simulators, the restaurants with the simulators, the bars with their simulators, and 40% of the new people picking up a club are women.
Yeah.
This is incredible. That was like the meteoric rise that we're still on it, because every single city is going to have a restaurant with simulators.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have 2 new ones in Syracuse right now.
Yes, we have 2, and there's going to be a 3rd one because there's a big enough market for it.
And the juniors are coming out more. They're giving up another sport to play golf along with the ladies, and it's through the roof, and it's all great.
And in the Northeast, you can play golf if you want to 12 months a year now. Just go in a simulator.
Yeah, and
it's a 12-month sport.
I don't know if you
or you can come to Florida like me and be warm and play golf. That's a whole nother.
Oh, don't rub it in. It's -1 degree right now.
Am I welcome in Florida in 2 weeks to meet with you or no?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me talk to my wife.
All right. Okay.
Check with the dog.
All right, Trey, we have to go. Thank you.
Guys, all right, man.
All right, see ya.
Warm.
Great to hear your voice,
there
Trey.
you go, Trey Walewski, News Radio 570 WSYR. Yes, sir, it's Super Bowl weekend, but those of us who live in the Syracuse, Central New York area don't care about the Super Bowl. We only care about one thing. At the Waste Management Phoenix Open, in 10th place, tied for 10th, is our own Kevin Roy. Yes, sir. What do you think about that, Mr. Conger?
I think it's great because he's had a solid Hawaii tournament. He's playing good, and it's the beginning of the season, so he's gaining more and more confidence every week. Looks good.
Yeah,
Looks good for him.
And our next guest knows Kevin very well. Kevin spends a lot of time over there practicing and playing. Central New York PGA Hall of Famer, Mr. Tom Gorman. Good morning.
Hey, guys. It's good to see Kevin's name up there. I'm sure his father's proud. And, the key, he's -6. So hopefully, he's had 2 good rounds. The guy that's leading, I can't even pronounce his name, -11. Hits Sumi, and then the only other name I recognize is Matsuyama. This is one of those rinky-dink $9 million tournaments, so... But
isn't that scary? They're playing for $9 million.
And it wasn't. Yeah. Oh my gosh! It wasn't long ago that they were 3. Or 4.
They were 3 or 4.
Holy cow.
Well, the good thing is if Kevin keeps going, that's the key. He makes enough money. he's got to get into the top 70, then he can play in the $20 million tournament.
Yeah.
The signatures, yep.
Oh my. Yeah, but
You
that's
know,
the
so-
way it is. That's the way. Well, he's on the road. You know what I don't know is how old is Kevin now? Is he in his early 30s or late 20s?
No, he's in his 30s.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he is. He's in his prime, so he's got another. See how he does in the next a bunch of years. Of course, the way Justin Rose played last week. So until you get to your 40s, it depends on the how competitive and what kind of physical condition you stay in. So
Yeah.
Tom, you just brought up a great point. I'm so glad you brought up Justin Rose's name again. If you think about it now, at 45, not many people in their 40s ever performed really well. I know there were a couple of them. Julius Burrows. Who else can you think of the old timers who played fairly well? But Julius Burrows, didn't he win a PGA when he was in his 40s?
Yeah, late 40s or like 48.
Yes,
but wait a minute. What about Tiger Woods when he just won the Masters? He was like 46.
Yeah.
Come on, Perry.
He wasn't 46, Tom.
Well, how long? How many? He's 50 now. So what was that? 4 years ago or 5 years ago? So he was either 45 or 46.
Okay. Well, that
we forget about. He's on the senior tour. I know you don't forget about him, Tom. Bernard Langer has got to be a specimen if there is one.
God. Yes.
He's in the 60. What is he? 66, 67.
For longevity. But Justin Rose, I mean, you can tell he just takes care of himself.
Yeah.
He just there.
And he's playing with the young guys.
With the young guys. Thank you for bringing up his name. Now, who's going to be next to leave Live Tour? What do you think, Tom?
Well, that's not at the top of my priority list right now. Talking about Tiger Woods, they did at his golf league. They talked to him about when he might retire, start returning to play, and he says he's not ready yet. You know what I mean? He's 4 weeks. He's had these two injuries, the Achilles and his back. So I think everybody would love to see him at some time, maybe later in the summer, and it'd be a tremendous boost if he ever decided to play a couple of events on the senior tour, So we'll see. But right now in the papers, the big article is Tiger's not ready yet. And I think, again, he still moves the needle. And there's no question. If he comes out to play, you watch the ratings go up.
Absolutely, it is true. It has been true since 1996.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
My goodness. Those were the days. He single-handedly, every year, the PGA Tour and the PGA of America, they try to get more people into golf. And if they approached way back then, 700,000, 800,000, their goal was always 1 million. Tiger bumped the needle up to 5 million. Look, there were over 30 million people playing golf during his peak career. My!
Well, all these guys out there ought to kiss him, and that's why when last time I remember he played in the PGA Championship, there was a rain delay, and all the guys were sitting at his table. I mean, they still idolize him, and he's the one that created the interest, and they got the big TV contract because of Tiger.
Yes.
And go from there, and you see the big difference. Last week, who did they have on TV all the time? Was Brooks Koepka. I mean, didn't even know Justin Rose was playing in the tournament, other than that he was 7 under. Koepka had more TV time than anybody else.
You are right. You are absolutely right. And I'm sure that there was a disappointment, so to speak, in coming back for his first tournament, but I don't know if it's going to be that easy to try to break into that top 5 again. But if Brooks could do it, if he could just bounce back and come back and win a tournament, that would be phenomenal. And I'll tell you who else is not happy with Liv. Bryson DeChambeau.
He said he made some comment about going to 72 holes, but he has his YouTube rights and whatever, and so he, besides all the millions he got, he's not going to move anywhere. That's a dream that the PGA Tour would like to see him come back, because he's probably, other than Rory and Scotty Scheffler, he's the next biggest draw.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, that's right. That is true for sure.
That's very true. And I'm looking forward to seeing Roy come out in a couple of weeks, too. Hopefully at Bay Hill, maybe.
Yeah, he'll be at Bay Hill. There's no question. They'll have that's a $20 million tournament, so it makes a difference.
Now it's a signature event, Tom.
Yeah. So they'll all be there, and then it'll be some interest to watch the tournament. In other words.
Yeah, Roy pushes the needle. I would think after Tiger, he'd be the next one in line. Would you agree?
Yeah, Rory and Scotty right now.
Scotty, yep.
And by the way, Scotty, he started off pretty crummy, but he came back with a 6 under to finish 4 under because it didn't look like he was going to make the cut. But he's the one that I think he's up to around 70 cuts. He's the new leader. But Tiger Woods, he's got a long ways to go to get to 146 cuts made.
Yes, a long way.
Yep.
Long way. All right, Tom, can you give us like an official golf rule of the week for those of us in Central New York who are still interested in the rules?
Well, we'll give you a basic rule, and Jack knows what I'm talking about. A ball is unplayable. You have 3 options, and you can always play from the tee. The other option is you get relief 2 club lengths. But the one that's violated the most is that the line of flight, and the player thinks it's the line of flight that the ball took to become unplayable. And so they'll go back on that line, which is absolutely wrong. That the line of flight refers to keeping the unplayable spot between you and the hole, and then you can go back as far as you want. But a lot of players don't like to do that because wherever the ball's unplayable, obviously it's in some junk or trees or something. And even though you can go back as far as you want on the line, you still got a tough shot. So they just want to drop it on the line of entry, which is absolutely wrong.
Tom, thank you for bringing that up. I was in a tournament, and that exact same thing happened, and I was so happy that there was an official there. But by the time there just happened to be a little area, there was a pond there, and they could go behind it. They had to go behind the pond, and they did get relief that way instead of just pulling it out to the side. Thank you. That happens, and I found out about it that day, and I said, aha, that makes more sense to me. You got to keep that ball in line with the flag, right?
That's right.
But you can go back as far as you want.
Yeah, where the spot that it's unplayable has got to be between you and the hole.
Yes.
And not the ball flight to get unplayable.
Yep.
Hey, Perry. By the way, I was still waiting for my phone call where you were gonna be down here to treat us to dinner again. You never called me or nothing. What happened?
I was in Orlando. By the time you got back, I was in Orlando trying to get a flight out.
Yeah, I was here all week. You could have come and visited. You could have stayed at my house. You could have freeloaded.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm planning on going back and picking up my wardrobe. I'm going down with an empty suitcase. I'm going to pack everything, and I'm bringing everything back. So in a couple of weeks, don't be surprised if I give you a call.
Well, looking forward to it.
Yeah, okay.
What a nice host. You're a very nice host, Tom.
Yeah, why don't you buy Jack a ticket and bring him along?
Thank you for the invite. I might take you up on it.
Listen, Mr. and Mrs. Conger were at the Rosen Hotel, by the way, at the PGA show. That's where they spent their week, Tom.
Yeah, the Shingle Creek. I spoiled myself and Heather. It was great. And it's the valet parking. I can't afford it, but I somehow figured it out.
It must have been a second honeymoon.
It was my first honeymoon, but I had to borrow money from Perry, so I had to take out a loan. So if he's a little shy, it's because I took his money from him.
There you go. Hey, well, and just on one sidebar before you go, I was in the same group with Dennis Culligan down here. And, of course, he's one of our premier players, and he's like on a picnic down here. It's like finding money for him. He's playing that good.
Listen,
good.
This is not his first year here going down, is it?
The second year, but he's only in his 50s, and he's competing a guy like my age that's 30 years older. So what do you think, Perry?
Well, the money's got to be on him, but it's almost unfair. He should be in a separate division.
Well, we got the advantage of what tee markers we use, but no matter where I tee up from, he still outdrives me. So be it.
Yeah. He can really play. He's been one of the best players in the section for how many years now?
Well, a number of years. And if I keep putting the way I'm putting, I'm going to come to you for a lesson.
All right. Well, we can schedule that.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Tom, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure talking with you on the weekends. Have a great weekend, and I'll hope to see you in a couple of weeks.
All right. Well, hopefully that weather breaks up there. We're out of January. It's time.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. There he goes, Tom Gorman, Central New York PGA Golf Hall of Famer, over 39 years, Jack, in the PGA of America.
Yeah, how about
39 years, and was the guy was the head of the officials. I've had him on with. Tom goes on trips with him all over the world. Jim. I got to look it up. I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to mention his name. I apologize, I forgot. But anyway, we're coming right back, and we're going to talk to. Who's next on the line? He was supposed. Where is he? Where's Convertino? I don't know. He could be in Australia. Who knows? We're coming back to talk to Joe Convertino Jr., president of CH Insurance, the title sponsor for Tea Time with the ProNoun. We owe him a debt of gratitude.
Yes, we do.
He's helping keep the show on the road, on the air. News Radio 570 WSYR. That pretty much goes with the weather out there now. It's supposed to be -8 sometime today with the wind chill factor. Dominic is laughing about it. Mr. Conger is laughing about it. Travis is laughing about it. I'm the only one that's not. I've got to go back to Florida. Okay, so our next guest is Mike Van Scherl. He's a PGA professional at Fiddlesticks down there in Fort Myers. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Hello? Hello?
Do you mean Grandeza?
I mean Grandeza. No, I apologize. You know what I did? I pulled out my tickets and I saw Mike's name, and darn it all, I meant Grandeza, and I got his card. I pulled the wrong card. Just a minute, Joe. I got to get his card. Hang on a second.
All right, buddy. Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Hey,
Good morning,
Joe. How are you doing, Joe?
Good morning.
What is your pro's name? Help me out. Come on.
Corey.
Corey was nice enough to let me use a full set. Well, not almost a full set.
Why don't you tell the listeners what set you had, Terry?
I had the Zexio set. Yeah, I had the Zexio set, and I liked them. I liked them.
He calls them Sexios. What? I mean, how do you pronounce them?
I don't know. I know Trey reps them, but I'm not. Doesn't it start with an X?
Exios. Perry calls them Sexios.
No, Zexios. I've been trying to pay attention to Trey. If whatever Trey's calling them, I'm going to call them. Jack, they are a handsome set of clubs.
Yeah.
They are very expensive, but Srixon Zexio is the first company that has built clubs specifically for senior men and senior women. And they've cornered the market on it now. Down in Florida, all of the private clubs, the more exclusive clubs, they have a whole setup with Zexio.
That's great to hear. You know, it's
The
population.
And we played 9 holes with Perry, my dad and Perry, and I've noticed Perry was at least 20 yards longer with that club.
Come on. Don't tell
15.
Jack that. Don't tell Jack that.
Well, he's going to have to give Tom Gorman shots now.
Okay.
Yeah, so Tom, he's giving you a shot.
All right, now listen. I am so sorry that I pulled out Mike's card. It's Corey. It's the Tensor, PGA Director of Golf at Grandeza.
Yes.
By the way, Joe belongs to Grandeza. I told you, Joe, I have not forgotten. I love the layout at Grandeza. It is a shot maker's course, meaning you don't have very many options. You better hit the target, or you're off to the right, off to the left, in a pond. It's very similar to
Would you call it Kaluuya?
Kaluuya. Yes, Kaluuya at Turning Stone. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Joe's a shot maker. That's why he belongs there.
Yeah,
Joe's a
okay.
shot maker.
I'm a shot maker. All right. The problem is, you have, it's one of those where I have a good side. Like, I had a 40-43 yesterday, right? Kavanaughs are down here. Serenos are down here. We got my dad playing with us today at 1 o'clock. It's only going to be 74 down here, guys.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
74.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be
so,
minus 3 degrees here at 9 o'clock with a wind
heard.
chill. It's about minus 18 or 19.
So it's a good weekend for you guys to have the wives make chili and get ready for that Super Bowl weekend.
Big game. Who do you like tomorrow, Joe? Who do you like?
I'd like to see. I want the youngster Drake May. I like Vrabel as much as everybody hates the Patriots. I kind of like Vrabel, the coach, and Drake May.
Yeah. Well, I don't think.
But I don't know.
I
What do you guys?
I don't think
what
you
about
can.
You
well,
guys?
I'm going to go with the kid. I'm going to go with New England. I know that Seattle deserves to be there. They have a very fine team, and by the way, their quarterback. This is the first time in NFL history that a quarterback is starting in a Super Bowl, and he's been with 5 previous teams.
Wow.
Sam Darnold. Yep.
Sam Darnold.
Well, they're favored. Seattle is favored.
Is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's going to be a low-scoring game, I think. It's going to be very low-scoring.
So who do you like, Jack? Who do you like?
I like New England. I always like the underdog most of the time, and they are the underdog. And my dad was from Worcester, so New England. He's always been a Patriots fan, and this side of the country. So Trey likes Seattle. If you didn't hear, so
no, I did.
Trey's tough, but he likes Seattle. But hopefully New England pulls it off. But it should be a great game.
Yeah, but hang on a second. We aren't going to go away from Trey yet. Trey doesn't. There's no logic to what Trey does. He likes somebody because he hates the other team.
Right.
If he period.
Well,
that's how he makes his decisions.
Well, sometimes Trey's logic doesn't make sense, and a lot of reasons.
Well.
Yes, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, but Seattle is really, really tough. When you get to during the season, you see that there's only one way to score points. You have to have an offense. And there's usually, when it comes down at the end of the game, which defense loses it for the team. Oh, there we go. You said 50, 57. Oh, we got 45 seconds. Too bad, Joe.
Defense.
Yes. I was just going to I'm just going to say that defense in the Super Bowl wins. Defense in the Super Bowl wins.
Offense sells tickets.
Yes,
right.
Thank you. Hey, Joe, say hello to your dad for me. For us.
I will, guys, and have a great weekend. And
Yep.
We'll be in touch this week, Barry.
Okay,
And Jack,
okay, Joe.
Thanks for those tips, Jack.
You're more than welcome, and we're going to stay in touch and enjoy tomorrow.
Yes, buddy. Have a good
Hey,
weekend.
Jack,
Okay.
it's a pleasure having you, Jack.
Always a
you're behind the
pleasure to be
microphone,
here.
And you're getting comfortable there, folks. See you next week, News Radio 570 WSYR.